Letting go anything that's on a to-do list for later with the exhalations. And another exhalation of anything that remains. So as we breathe in, we consecrate our next breath as divine, as sacred, and as holy. Just breathe that in. All that is divine, all that is sacred, all that is holy, with our inhalations. And with our exhalation, releasing and letting go. All that does not match, all that is divine, all that is sacred, all that is holy. We just exhale it out. Let it go through the soles of your feet to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, refresh, repurpose, restore, make new. Let it go through the pores of your skin. Into the ethers, back to the nothingness from which it came. As we settle back in, inviting you to remind yourself to breathe, remind yourself to find your normal breathing pattern. How good it is to know that Spirit is at hand, nearer to us than our breathing, closer to us than our very own hands and feet. And today is a day where we'll have intent and focus around the idea of divine inheritance. And so as you sink into the center of the I am that I am, what do you proclaim for yourself? What do you claim for yourself this day as your divine inheritance? Just sink into the center of the I am that I am, easily and effortlessly. And just check in with yourself, what am I willing to proclaim this day as my divine inheritance? There's time to go even deeper still, using your breath if you're willing to sink even deeper into the center of the I am that I am. If it's helpful, think of yourself as secure to a charging or way station that's meant for your highest and greatest good. And with this connection, we ask, what am I willing to proclaim for myself this day as my divine inheritance? Just allow for anything that comes to mind and everything that comes to mind to be. Inviting you now to just allow for any healing that's known or unknown, that you know about or do not know about. Allow any healings to take place just with your breath and your connectivity. Breathe in this idea, this truth of healing through every organ, action, function, cell, atom, fiber, and molecule of your being. All healings known, all healings unknown, awaiting your permission. Just see all lower frequencies and vibrations disintegrate. Anything that may have heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed your highest expression for your highest good. All are vanquished now, eliminated, disintegrated, back to the ethers, back to the nothingness. And with your next breath, just complete and full restoration, complete and full healing, complete and full transformation, complete and full manifestations of all that's most needed by your sacred soul at this very moment in time. All of it, freely impressing itself upon you now. And so in this next breath, just allow for your heart space to fill with gratitude. Gratitude for any and all healings, gratitude for any and all continued healings, gratitude for any divine insight, gratitude for any divine revelation, and great gratitude for all transformation. Gratitude for your very breath. Gratitude for your very beingness. And with this next breath, I'm inviting you to return fully to the body temple. You may want to just gently tap the feet together to the ground. You may want to just take a hand, go over each arm, removing anything that was released through pores. When you're ready and just in your own time, just gently allow for the outer eyelids to open if they're not already open. We just take a moment to assimilate back to this present moment. Continue in a field of healing, a field of transformation, so that all who enter the double doors may receive their own individualized, personalized blessing. So grateful to each of you I am for your contribution in person and in consciousness to today's meditation. I feel it as being good and very good. And knowing that it's done with a grateful heart, I let it be so. And invite you to come back fully now as this concludes the meditation portion of today's service. Namaste. And so it is.
Get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Joyful sound, we standing on the ground. Let us make a joyful sound, heaven standing on the ground. Make a joyful sound, hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. welcome here. My soul is a welcome here. My soul is a welcome here. My soul is a welcome here. I said, my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is a welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. And my soul is a welcome. And my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Here's Ed.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. If you haven't woken up yet, I think you are now. Sometimes better than coffee. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Spiritual Center in Redlands. Thank you, everyone, for joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and those of you who follow us on Facebook Live and watch us remotely on YouTube. My name is Ed Torres. Thank you, Snowball. And I'm the board president. And it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community, an all-inclusive and all spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are in your journey of faith, you're always welcome here. So if you're with us for the first time, please raise your hand so we can and allow us to properly greet you. Anyone here for the first time? Welcome. We have a special package, and if it's the $1 million lottery ticket, it's 50-50, okay? So we're delighted to have you with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely so you can enjoy more fully here today, and welcome. Thank you.
Also saying welcome today to our wonderful drummer back. He's been mighty busy at UCLA doing all those chemistry experiments and stuff like that. But he's with us today. So here's a little centering music to kind of get everybody focused. You can close your eyes if you want. Huh? Oh, yes. Thank you. This was written by the late Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to in my room. In my room, in my room. In my sighing laugh at yesterday. Now it's dark and I'm alone, but I won't be afraid in my room, 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 in my
And inviting everyone to breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhalation, we release and surrender all that does not match, all that is divine. Just let that go. Again, we breathe in together the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And this time with our exhalation, release anything that does not match all that is sacred. Just let it go. Once again, we breathe in together the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhalation, just release and surrender all that does not match, all that is holy. Just let it go. Let it go through your breathing. Let it go through the soles of your feet. You can let it go through the pores of your skin. Letting it go is the key. And as we breathe in a fresh breath, we're reminded that this power, this presence, this love, this grace, the creator of all and all as all, created the mountains, the seas, the galaxies, the stars, the sky, created me and you whole, complete, and perfect, nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. It is here and now in this place. It's here and now in this space. It's in me. It's in you. It's as me. It's as you. It is right where I am. And if you believe that, just say, right where I am, God is. Right where I am, Spirit is. Right where I am, universal intelligence dwells. And this is the truth. This is how we see each other with holy eyes, with divine sight. So I'm calling forth a special word of blessing for today's service to continue to unfold with ease and with grace. We celebrate Jean. We celebrate her birthday. We celebrate all the birthdays. We celebrate the return of Abel, which tells us we're doing something right. We celebrate the return of the Mac Attack on the drums. We celebrate the Dream Band with the magnificent Al and our music director, the beloved Gilman Carver. We celebrate our practitioners in the space, those who have raised their families in the space since the 1970s or so. We bless CRS Redlands as it continues to unfold and express as a divine idea, as a masterpiece of the divine. And this day, we're going to speak about divine inheritance. One thing we do every week is pray. And so I'm inviting us each to just say our own names out loud. Brother Mark. And now all those who were holding in our hearts about prayer this day, just say the names out loud. Gabe, Ed, Rick. See each as whole, as complete, as perfect. Nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. See as Spirit sees, each as a magnificent creation, a divine creation. We have a couple special prayer requests. I'm going to invite us to do them together from Ukraine. For the hero Pavel, who has an operation, he might have already had that, so we're going to see him in recovery with ease and with grace, especially where his legs are concerned. See his legs as divine and holy legs. See Vasily as well as whole, as complete, as perfect as he continues to recover from being treated in Germany. Bless all those who are helping them from Doctors Without Borders. Bless each person who we hold in our hearts, and we see them with right seeing, so it's easy when we see rightly, we see with this divine sight. We gather a holy insight for ourselves as we're able to see others despite circumstance, despite appearance, that there's still this eternal, living, loving presence of Spirit, of God, of universal intelligence that will and must have its full sway in, through, and as each of the sacred souls. This is what I know to be true. This is what I know to be so. And so we take this idea now for peace. We do this every week as well. We must first find what we're going to bless the world with within ourselves. So I'm inviting you to just breathe in the idea of the highest idea of peace. Find it within yourself if possible. Find it within your family units. Find it within your spiritual units and tribes that we have created to sustain and maintain us on the earthly plane. And once we have access to this highest idea of peace, let's now send it through the city. We're going to send it through the state. We're going to head on all the freeways, north, south, east, and west. We're going to head it through the entirety of the United States. We're sending a vibration, the highest vibration of peace. We send it through the double doors, through the rooftop of the sanctuary space. We're a beacon of light and love intelligence now. And we connect to all those other places now holding peace to be made manifest on earth. See peace through Ukraine, through every city, village, and town, border to border, north to south, east to west. See a peace shield drop on this place, protecting it, only allowing peace to pervade that space. See world leaders change their minds and policy positions toward and for and about peace now, with anything and everything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, or delayed it, to be vanquished back to the nothingness, and instead be replaced and filled with this spiritual truth, this idea of the highest peace for all sentient beings on the planet, globally. See peace now in all areas in conflict and strife in the Middle East, in the Gaza Strip, in Israel, in Palestine. See it in the Middle East, see it in Iran, see it in Armenia, see it in the Sudan. See critical aid, food, and supplies have a way to reach these places now. We breathe that in together. We magnify it now into trillions and trillions of units of energy of peace. Just see it. See it like twinkling white lights. See it like butterflies of peace. However the image comes to you, just see that peace now into the ethers. And it shall not be returned to us void. It shall be returned to us as peace made manifest on earth. This is what I know to be true. This is what I know to be so. This is what I proclaim with my word. And I let it be. And so knowing that Spirit has the final word, the final full sway, knowing that Spirit never leaves any prayer answered other than yes, yes, you are the beloved in whom Spirit is well pleased. And if you can be with that idea, just say, I am the beloved in whom Spirit is well pleased. This is the truth. I let it be so. And invite you to say together with me, and so it is. And Ed will make his way up for the reading.
Okay. If those of you would like to close your eyes and just listen to the words that I have to share. Being alone doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're choosing stillness over noise, strength over distraction, freedom over the weight of expectation. Alone time isn't loneliness. It is a sacred place, a soul journey where your thoughts, hearts, and soul can finally speak without interruption. This is where you find yourself again, where you mend what was cracked, where you rediscover your strength, your dreams, your quiet joy. You don't need an audience to grow. You don't need approval to heal. In solitude, you dance for yourself. You cry in private. You smile through silence. You sing to the wind, not for anyone but you. So don't fear the quiet night. Embrace it. Let it hold you while you heal. Because being alone isn't about being broken. It's about returning to the only home that never truly leaves you. And that's by Dara from sorry about that. She's from Facebook. So, and I want to share one thing that came to me last week. And it's something that we can always embrace it with ourselves, and that is the light within you is greater than the darkness around you. So just always remember, wherever you are light, and nothing around you can harm you or hurt you or do anything other than what you want to do. And so it is.
Oh, beautiful.
We'll get the lyrics on. Oh, thank you.
For spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, in grace and liberty, embrace the good of brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for the patriot's dream that sees beyond the years. Night alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, let love thy power be, till selfish gain no longer stain
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Band. So good morning, everybody. Are you feeling freedom as a theme? All right, so today's topic is divine inheritance. And when I say it, I'm wondering what comes up for you. If something comes up for you, just say it out loud and I'll repeat it. Divine inheritance.
I feel that our divine inheritance is the blueprint of our souls and what we have to offer the world and what it gives back to us.
I love that. Did everybody catch it? Yeah. Very good. It's like, to me, like everything that's needed is encoded in your DNA. It's awaiting your release, your permission, your receptivity for it to occur. Divine inheritance.
Personal sovereignty.
Personal sovereignty. Excellent. I like that. Personal sovereignty.
My creative abilities and love and joy.
Your creative abilities, love, and joy.
The premise to my daily affirmation, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, grateful, and wise. Thank you, God.
I am happy.
Healthy.
I am healthy.
Healthy.
I am wealthy.
Grateful.
I am grateful.
Wise.
I am wise.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Spirit.
Yes.
All right. Divine inheritance.
The knowledge passed down to us to learn how to connect since ancient times.
Okay, the knowledge passed down to us on how to connect, passed down to us through ancient times. Can you be with that? I love that idea, and I think it's somewhere in the talk notes as well. The idea that we can always call in, we can always rely on the ancestors. I always put a caveat in there, who are for my highest and best good. So I call forth for the ancestors now, for the highest and best good for each of us, who want to bring them forth that are for our highest and best good. If they can assist, let it be known to us. So I say divine inheritance, and the room is very active today. I like it. Can you feel a special energy in the space? Yeah, I blame Abel. Abel, we kind of called you forth last week. You may have felt it because we've been doing visionings. And we were visioning that all the people who have ever made an impact on the space just come back and say, hey, like, no attachments to that. So that's what I'm blaming the visioning, which we'll do again today from 11:45 to about 12:15 or 12:20. You're welcome to stay. It works. And so we thank you for responding. Abel is so powerful, if you haven't met him, that when he was doing the welcome one time, somebody got out of their house, they dressed up and came into church. Right? You had a little fedora with your feather. And anyway, it's so good to see you and have you back. So divine inheritance, what else coming up for you? This is one of my favorite topics, by the way, because I think of it as like, if we are a masterpiece of the divine, if we are a child of the Most High, do you believe that you are? Yes. Do you? Yes. Then all the good, it's yours. All the good. You're an heir to the greatest fortunes known, that don't always just include, whatever fortune. When I say fortune, some things come to people's mind, right? It could be different things. But think about it. All the great spiritual fortunes. Name some of them. I have some of them. Wholeness, health, healing, grace, abundance, restoration, mercy, wisdom, divine wisdom, joy, peace, knowledge, yes, capital K, wisdom again, love, yes. So, and it starts, this divine inheritance, I'm going to give you a little thing that came to me during the process of going through practitioner training all the way back in the mid to late 90s, 96 to 2000, was the love affair is really with yourself, with yourself. It's with your small s self, with the high s self. When you can get that love affair right, it's then time you can try for the other love affairs. Did everybody catch what I said? It's a divine love affair with the small s self to the capital S self. And I see you laughing in the back. I'm glad you haven't walked out. Are we allowed to know your first name? Stephen? Was that with a V or PH? V. Nice to have you here. Welcome. We're grateful to see you and have you in the space. So, does everybody feel this idea that you could have this divine, kind of a divine courtship or a divine romance? Yes or no? Stephen says yeah. I've spoken of it before. Uh-oh, I have a big hand in the back. Hold on, because we have to be able to hear you. I want to be able to hear you.
I feel it's a divine intimacy.
I love that so much. Thank you. That's Reverend Nathan. So it's a divine intimacy. And I've said it many times from here. If you could take a picture of it, I'm asking you not to post it. We don't want to. I think this is such an incredible, intimate, private thing. It's a relationship with the small self to the greater self that we are in truth. It's us being willing to receive the divine in, through, and as our very life. To me, a lot of that's very private, very personal. And I'm going to say, I think it's even easier to go through all of it, because it's a lot of times it involves like I'm thinking of eggs now, scrambled eggs, like the cracking of shells. It involves a disappearance of the old. It includes the forgiveness of the past traumas and struggles and strifes, or it includes the disintegration of any diagnoses or prognosis that we don't want to accept, affirm for ourselves. It must include also forgiveness of self. And then we can emerge. It's almost like the caterpillar and the butterfly. It goes into the chrysalis of the cocoon, and it becomes a gooey, sometimes sticky mess, and it can't be prodded or poked early. Follow what I'm saying, because a lot of people are going to look at the cocoon and go, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Did you ever, when I was young, I used to plant bulbs in New York. I grew up in New York the first 10 years, and I'd be like looking to see if the bulbs took root, and I'd be wrecking the bulbs. Or like overwatering a plant. Have you ever done that? Thinking, oh, that plant it's a seed, it needs more water. So we just flood it. So in the human, we have to relax, we have to chill, and we have to know that the cocoon, we will open it, we will come out of it, we will emerge by the strength of our wings, and we will soar and we will fly. And if anyone or anything tries to do it too quickly, it could impede our magnificence. Did you catch what I'm saying? So in this divine knowing, in this divine inheritance, I want you to take your time. I want us not to be in the mindset of the human that's always through the drive-through, and if it's more than 1 or 2 cars ahead of us, or it's more than 7 minutes, we just have a little attack, right? We can't handle that. A spiritual unfoldment, a spiritual growth is a journey. It's individual, it's individualized. It's never too late. It always is awaiting your permission, my permission to have its full sway. Did you catch me? It is always awaiting our permission to be a conscious co-creator. I don't think that spirit, I was taught that it's benevolent, it's a good force, that nothing's going to be put before any of us that we're not ready to see and handle and process and be able to get through. Like Reverend Nathan said, everything within us is already there, but we have to let it out. And sometimes we don't feel ready. Don't get me wrong. And we have to know by building our faith, by claiming our divine inheritance. So it's like a coat check. This is a divine coat check. Can you be with me? We're going to the cleaners, and some of the cleaners require you to have more than your phone number. I don't know why. They may want a ticket. You got to put your ticket in, just like, So we're doing a divine coat check by claiming our divine inheritance. And you could be something simple like, it's me. Remember? You put every hair on my beard. It's me. Remember? And I'm ready to receive now. What are you ready to receive? I think I'm going to pass the mic by the end of this. So think, if you have one or two things you're ready to receive, I think it's feeling like I need to pass the mic and let you say it for yourself, what you're willing to proclaim and receive as part of your divine inheritance this day. And if it's private, I don't want you to share it. I want you to keep it between you and your heart in the space of intimacy that Reverend Nathan spoke about. And then, Ellen, do you remember what you were going to say? Because I wouldn't be able to remember anything if I got interrupted. Okay, you have to talk in the mic. Hold on. And we'll make it brief, right? Okay, because I'm almost done. Not really.
So Phil Wickham, Wickham, is a Christian artist. He has this beautiful song called Divine Romance. And he really romanticizes Christ consciousness. And just look at, if you're so inclined, look up Divine Romance by Phil Wickham. I would love that.
Okay, so, and there's also something coming to me from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, some song lyrics, like it's a divine romance with no kisses or something like that. Isn't it? There's something. There was some kind of disco song with that lyric. I just had it come to me really strong. Okay, and then did you like there's an affirmation that Ed came up with. The light within me is greater than the darkness around me. Did you like that one? I added one word. I don't mean to do that, but I did. The divine light within me is greater than the darkness around me. If you want to do that, let's do that together. The divine light within me is greater than the darkness around me. Is it? All right. And then is it okay with you if I don't really talk about the 4th of July since it's not the 4th of July? Okay, I'm going to skip that part. All that part. There's a couple people who really wrote remarkable treatments and they shared them. And I got them, and they're not from here, but I'm going to give the credit to the people who wrote them, and I'm going to try to read it real fast because I think that I want you to see if you take these in. They, to me, spoke about the idea of divine inheritance. This is from Wanda Moore. There is one life, there's one love, and one infinite unlimited presence. This life is creation. The love is pure spirit. The unlimited presence is the omniscience and omnipotence of the consciousness that is eternal, is spirit, and is God. You and I, those, and each of them are individualized expressions of this consciousness eternality. We all embody creative presence and continually express life and awareness. We each evolve, radiate, and emanate this gentle consciousness and energy of life. As the wrapper of consciousness holds us in self-awareness, let that awareness allow each of us to remember the magic of who we are, to attach to the essence of spirit, to accept the miracle that is life, and to engage in this beingness so completely that we emit rays of spirit's light and sparks of divine love. Let each of us be God's expression all the time and operate from the spirit that connects us to this continuous unfoldment of life. An attitude of gratitude flows and sparks within, and this awareness illuminates the now, the cosmos, and beyond. Blessings and happiness expand and continue in this gentle existence we know to be life, and the gifts of life continue as love, joy, light, spirit, and more than what has gone before. I know that God is good all the time, and so it is. Did you love that? Let's say, so when she said she's a rapper, that's spelled W-R, but I know we're a rapper too, so right? So we could come up with some rap affirmations, and that's all good. But there's a few of those. Did you feel some affirmations in there? Okay, let's see if we can, see if I got the right ones. I am an expression of God all the time. I am an expression of God all the time. I operate from spirit. Please hold. I have an attitude of gratitude. Do you? I think part of the divine inheritance is really to be even more. There's who's the one that said that gratitude is prayer sufficient? Somebody did. I didn't say it, I'm just repeating it. Got it? It's with gratitude is prayer sufficient. I flow and sparkle within. Do you? All right. My blessings and happiness expand. Let's take that one in, because as a divine inheritance, we're now at the divine teller machine. We're putting in the card, we're putting in the PIN code. Let's do that for a minute, and we'll say it again. My blessings and happiness expand. Let's do that for a minute and see what comes to you now. See what comes out of the teller machine of your good, the divine teller machine. It should have all green buttons on it. There's nothing rejected. Again, my blessings and happiness expand. And see what comes to you.
Earned your keys to the spiritual kingdom.
I guess I like that it's being present.
Very good. Thank you, Stephen.
Life with my beautiful wife.
I invite every moment of every day all the miracles and magic in the world.
That's a powerful affirmation. My blessing and happiness expand. It put me into a state of bliss.
Very good.
Certainty in destiny.
Certainty and destiny.
Contentment with one's life.
Contentment with one's life.
We ought to be expansive and noteworthy in our lives as we embrace our divine nature.
Receiving the love and love around me and all in this present moment.
As we allow our own light to shine, we unconsciously allow others to do the same.
Fulfilled with no longer wanting.
That's beautiful. You guys are so beautiful. Take a look around the room and notice the beauty, if you would. What happened when you went to the divine teller machine for your good? Did something come to you in the back? Yeah? Was it all green lights? Did it receive your card? Did you remember the PIN code? You know what? This is funny because if spirit's real, then it might ask you to double check, right? It might ask you, prove that this is yourself. Sometimes we have to do that within. Yeah, the green is the heart chakra. Thank you, Ellen. Okay, so let me see what other notes we have. And did you guys feel like you got something out of today? for divine inheritance. That's my goal, to make sure you are able to take something with you the day that you didn't have before you arrived. So, sticking on the teller theme, there's somebody named Emily, Maroutian, who posted this. It says, energy is the currency of the universe. When you pay attention to something, you buy that experience. So when you allow your consciousness to focus on someone or something that annoys you, you feed it your energy, and it reciprocates the experience of being annoyed. Be selective in your focus, because your attention feeds the energy of it and keeps it alive. Not just within you, but in the collective consciousness as well. Did you all catch that? So today there's an affirmation, and it goes something like this. I remember the truth of who I am. I remember the truth of who I am. Do you? I remember the truth of who I am. And then we did you do a snap and a roll? I like it, Ellen. So we have to add that in. I remember the truth of who I am. Boom. I love that. Scripture, Isaiah 61, 1 through 3. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to bring good tidings to the afflicted. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons to those who are bound, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor, to comfort all who mourn, to give them a garland instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the mantle of praise instead of a faint spirit, that they may be called sturdy oaks of righteousness. Going right from that to Bob Dylan. I think of a hero as someone who understands the degree of responsibility that comes with his freedom. Benjamin Franklin. Freedom is not a gift bestowed upon us by other men, but a right that belongs to us by the laws of God and nature. From Herbert Hoover. Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. From Khalil Gibran, life without liberty is like a body without spirit. Nelson Mandela, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. William Faulkner, we must be free not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. From Buddha, no one outside ourselves can rule us inwardly. When we know this, we become free. And I think it's going to go to the close. Does that feel? Do you want the long close or the short close? Long. All right, here we go. This is beautiful. I'm glad you chose the longer one. It's from Kim Belew, B-E-L-E-W. She's a musician. I'm not sure if she's a reverend, but she's a speaker at some centers. B-E-L-E-W. On Facebook, check it out. And this is from 2022. I don't know that she goes this deep anymore, but she used to do something called she called them Monday Morning Raw Lyrical Rambling Flows. And this one really touched me for today's topic. So if you want to allow your outer eyes to close, I'm going to do both of them. The short one from Stephanie, well no, let me do the short one first. Stephanie Bennett Henry. Dear heart, all of the times you broke yourself into pieces was not in vain. I stood on those pieces, read the lesson written on every sharp edge, memorized who I was then, so I could be who I am now. Thank you for knowing exactly when to break so I could double over, feel the pain, and use that time to find myself, know myself, love myself. With my whole heart, I say, I was here, I lived, I left a mark, and I have no regrets. And now, allow the outer eyes to close for Kim Ballou. Lyrical Ramblings. It's from April 11, 2022. These last few months, something has happened arising from within, growing through the cracks and falling apart, or maybe falling away, releasing so much, I guess you could say I'm reflecting on why it takes so long, all the time worrying what could go wrong or what others will think if I was truly
Her voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Highland, Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Band. Can we have a special hand for Al? Another special hand for the magnificent musical director, Gilman Carver. And a welcome back hand for the Mac Attack. And, give me a cymbal. Boom. All right, so now it's time for the offering, yeah?
Offering.
So the usher is coming forth. They're going to do, I believe, ushering and announcements. So here we go. We're going to take our tithes and our gifts and offerings. We're going to see them expand and multiply. And let's just breathe that idea in. I feel a breath coming on. Do you feel the divine, sacred, and holy breath? We breathe it in. We're going to expand our tithes and our gifts and our offerings. And if we agree with the affirmation, we're going to say it. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing, and thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and You are the vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
I'm going to get so spoiled now. So we're going to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. See them magnify and multiply. When you're watching remotely, just click on however the donate goes and where you're watching from. And we just know that everything collected continues to multiply the whole week. You're going to see it, treasure. You're going to feel it. Can you feel it with me? Together we say, and so it is. Yes, and if you're able to give even more, in the Lucite box, it's now going to the general fund. So on your way out, empty the wallets in the Lucite box. What else? We need the private plane to fly all around the world. There was one other thing. Oh,
go ahead.
You go. No, stay right here. So if you want to join us for visioning, it's 11:45 to about 12:20. Stay with us today if you can, and enjoy the food and the fellowship after. And Peggy's going to do the announcements. Thank you, everybody.
The announcements for today, July 6th. Tomorrow, Monday, July 7th, is the Divine Feminine Circle meeting from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. here in the sanctuary. And it is lovingly facilitated by Gail Yandel and Susie Amons. Next Sunday, July 13th, the play Ranch Hands by Phil Courtney will premiere 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, there's 2 and 7 p.m. And it says there's some adult content. Monday night, July 21st, from 6 to 9 p.m., join the book study of the Tao Te Ching with Jim Crump. So we've been talking about the flash sale. So fundraisers, they're going to start happening the first Saturday of each month, and that's starting August the 2nd. So you are now invited to rise for the closing song as the ushers open the double doors.
So grab them shakers.
Thank you for being with us today.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. And I discovered the error of my thinking, the lies at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open, knowing with my mind wide open, loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am going with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine.